May this prayer of gratitude to Creator of all that is and to all beings of light and love be heard. We are the people who have, by intention and contract with you, chosen to run this course, this lifetime, to our shared goal, freeing the people all from the yoke of slavery that has bound us from the beginning. Monumental does this capture the task? Monumental does not capture this task we and our fellow people worldwide are accomplishing today and every day. The ugly, dark secrets are being revealed by the bright light of truth and the sheer fortitude of each of us and all of us together. When we see, we cannot unsee. When we are moved to action from that which we have seen, we are a force to reckon with, and we will not stop. So here now, let us gather all the wisdom, learning, knowledge, and strength to take this victory to its perfect end of freedom for all, where we are not the ruled, but the beautiful free souls, created in your image and with your heart to manifest a more divine and inspiring life for all. And with your grace, so be it, and so it is.
Thank you, Charlie. Amen.
Thank you, Charlie.
Pleasure. So it's a pleasure to see you all here to weigh in on this very comprehensive, prohibitive, and invasive domain, and I call it domain for a reason, of permitting and licensing, registration, and policy-making restrictions. We are here to address the issue, these topics, as the extensive and primary means of control, monitoring, and monetary usury that it is, all a violation of our unalienable rights to work, to play, to master our craft, to act responsibly, to conduct our lives, and to learn and to earn a healthy, productive living without excessive and limiting controls. While some guidelines and oversight may be necessary, perhaps, for the safety and well-being of others, most are simply unnecessary and constrictive layers of policy-making and control. The mandates of the last 2 years have shown us how patriarchal the structures and how compliant too many people have become within them. If you are one, for example, who has been reprimanded by and or called before their professional board based on a single complaint, or for not following their rules, this is but one example of how very confined we have become in living our daily lives. Censorship plays into this scenario as well, as in the case of dental and medical, education, and legal establishments who have very restrictive control as to what their members and professional colleagues are permitted to embrace, endorse, or caution against. Too many examples exist to enumerate in these cases, but I will call to mind Dr. Simone Gold, who currently faces prison as a result of speaking out and acting on the dangers of the lie and its damaging effects. Another issue that takes the first one further is a vote that we're going to take on removing the false commercial coded de facto incorporated governance of Oregon and replacing it with our de jure government, that being one of, by, and for the people. So let's proceed. This is September 11th, 2022. This is a grand jury convening. And we're going to read from docket number 0911-2022A. And this is the issue of licensing on Oregon. And after I read it, Tanya will take your votes. This is by order of our Civilian Court of Record, the Oregon Statewide Jural Assembly. Notice to the agent is notice to the principal. Notice to the principal is notice to the agent. Licensing on Oregon. Free people don't need permission. Licensing, boards, permitting, certifications, registrations, regulations, authorizations, county commissioners, including at this time specifically Washington, Multnomah, and Clackamas County boards and/or commissioners, and Portland TriMet as governing bodies. Article 1, Section 8 and Section 9. If this were a constitutional Republican form of government, these would be the do's and don'ts of the United States. The senators and representatives are members of a de facto incorporated color of law pseudo government. That is not what we are guaranteed. But even in their incorporated, the city of Portland is a subdivision of the county of Multnomah, is a subdivision of the state of Oregon, AKA all caps, state of Oregon, is a subdivision of the United States. They have some priorities they keep. Proprieties they keep. They expose their unlawful activities. The state of Oregon of the above paragraph has violated the men and women with their children's unalienable rights. This has been done by the de facto fraud since 1910. Specifically at this time, it is claimed there is no lawful licensing act, rule, regulation, statute, or other. The licensing of all trades or professions where the body, mind, spirit, flesh, blood, soul, man or woman agrees to contract with another member of the people at large, or even the general public, there shall be no infringement, control, registration, membership, fees, dues applied to the contract by the state, the county, the city, or other. We define the state and all its subdivisions as the post-1910 illegal and illegitimate de facto Article 7 amended versus original or / original oath takers, appointees, and employees. There is no available lawful de jure state named Oregon. That entity is hidden by the Kate Brown Salem oligarchy, aided and abetted by the National Archives and the Library of Congress. We must do it ourselves. Therefore, Article 1, Section 1 comes into play. We seek from this grand jury an abolishment of remuneration of all persons working in the unconstitutional area of licensing and to cease and desist from any form of licensing Oregonians, either men or women, starting with the immediate dismissal of all oath takers elected and appointed. The rest to be phased out in 1 year. Details to follow. And then there's a living testimony in the form of an affidavit of truth from Ron Broman. And then there's a jurat. And we always have all of our statements after the initial proposal or demand or claim. And I'm just going to read this once. It's on both documents, but we need to speed along to the vote. So this is on all of our documents. With full faith and credit, governing laws established in this document at this time to be Declaration of Independence, Articles of Confederation and Perpetual Union, Oregon's original constitutions, circa 1859, and the United States of America's Constitution, circa 1859, and ORCP 20A, Clearfield Doctrine, McCarty Doctrine, Ex parte Young, Ex parte Milligan, McCarran-Walters Act 1952, Judiciary Act 1789, Section 32, Judgment Nil Deceit are all specifically called into this document. They are all governing law which must be accepted. The current 13th and 14th Amendments are bogus and must be rejected. Take heed of the Blackstone commentaries. The DOJ is agent to the entity responsible for the enumerated requirements of Article 3 and the one Supreme Court that must claim original jurisdiction to be a court. I would consider to have jurisdiction when found in conjunction with Amendment 7 court. The DOJ has failed miserably in their responsibility. We must do it ourselves. We define the words we use and we decide our method of communication. This communique is not intended to mislead, defraud, deceive, or threaten in any way, and is submitted in good faith and with clean hands. We do lawful, not legal, and this is our best effort. We close with love, peace, harmony, and a prayer. On Oregon, without the state of Oregon, all caps, within the United States of America, the constitutional Republican form of government, under penalty of perjury. Tanya, would you like to take the vote on this issue, docket number 09-11-2022A, please?
Say that again. I'm trying to get taken on the Zoom call.
Okay,
Can you ask me that question again?
it's time to take the vote from those present who can vote, whose bona fides are in order. So you're calling names.
Rose,
John.
Tanya, we can't hear you. Are you? It looks like you're frozen. Hmm. Yeah, they're gone. All right, I'm simply going to take the call now, the roll. Just a minute here.
Looks like they're back, boss.
Okay. All right, Tanya, are you good with proceeding? Not back. Frozen. Okay, I'm just gonna go along with this. So Cinda, how do you vote? Yay or nay? And you'll need to unmute. Thumbs up, thumbs down. Do you vote for this docket? And are you in agreement with this docket? Thumb up. Ron. Okay, yes. Please speak if you can. Cinda's was.
Yes,
Thank you. This is being recorded, so I want to be sure that we have it all. Marlena,
yes, agreed.
thank you. Nikki, I know you're in Pennsylvania, so thank you for being present. Bronco, you're in California. Thank you for being present. Laura, what is your vote?
Yes,
Okay, when we say yes, let's say what it is that we're saying yes to, please.
as charged.
Thank you. Wendy,
Yes, as charged.
thank you. Melissa,
Yes, as charged.
Lenore,
Yes, as charged.
thank you. Farwell,
Yes, as charged.
thank you. Denise,
Yes, is charged.
thank you.
Sorry.
No problem. Dave,
Yes, as charged.
thank you. Cynthia,
Yes, as charged.
Anne,
Yes, as charged.
thank you. Tanya?
Yes, charged.
Thank you. William?
Yes, he's caught charged.
Thank you. James?
he's my invite.
Okay, and he's not here, correct? He's not in this state.
Right.
Okay, sorry. Thanks. I'm sorry. I forgot that. Ruth?
Yes, as charged.
Thank you. Brandon?
Yay to the charge.
Thank you. Eric,
Yes as charged.
thank you. Tina,
Yes as charged.
thank you. Keith. Keith, you're out of state, correct?
Correct.
Thank you.
Ohio.
Thank you. All right, and I am voting also guilty as charged. Is there anyone that I didn't name who's present?
Cinda typed in yes as charged in the chat.
Yes, and I got her thumbs up early on. Thank you, Wendy. All right, so that's so that's 19, and who just spoke?
Did you get Ann Byer?
Yes, I did. Yep, I
Okay.
did. Yeah, thank you, Eric. Okay, so that was 19 who voted in agreement, so we're good there. So the next one is docket number 09112022 OSJA. These are very akin. I just want to make one more statement here that, yeah, well, I'll just say that they're very related. So this is a claim of cognizance. Thank you, Nikki, for introducing us to this tool, which we use incessantly and effectively, and can't thank you enough for it. So this is to the United States Attorney's Office for the District of Oregon, Office of the Attorney General, Oregon Department of Justice. This is taking it a step further, guys. An intervention by a third party. Ron Vroman is one of the people who are cognizant of the facts contained in a suit claiming a jurisdiction unanimously agreed to in Edict Number 2 of the 1776 Declaration. Definition of civilian: of the people on the land or water or in the air, not of a fictitious entity. The sovereign Oregonians, men and women with their children, on the land and soil of Oregon, without ruler or subjects, are sui juris, giving no jurisdiction. We have the rightful jurisdiction of the cause which the persons in the de facto jurisdiction have commenced out of the sovereign Oregonians' de jure jurisdiction. A cognizance of exclusive jurisdiction, as that no other court shall hold plea. Sorry. Take heed. This is a matter of jurisdiction. Oregonian men and women with their children are guaranteed in Article 3, Amendment 7 court for a trial, in addition to Article 4, Section 4. We can provide that court. Any federal court whose name begins with United States is not. No others will claim original jurisdiction. The Oregon Supreme Court has acquiesced to not being able to comply constitutionally due to an improper oath with the Constitution containing Article 7 amended and original. We will need to see any court's bona fides and those of the judge in that court. The feds at Portland DOJ, FBI, USMS, and the state of Oregon, AKA all caps state of Oregon, Attorney General and Secretary of State, 36 sheriffs and 38 prosecutors have all acquiesced to the Oregon Statewide Jural Assembly, that is Article 1, Section 1 of Oregon's Constitution, and to Ex parte Milligan being implemented, and Executive Order 100, Library Code, Martial Law, FEMA, R is nullified. This is undeniable proof that all the other courts on Oregon are inferior to this people's court of record, and all judges, magistrates, justices, persons in black robes, and clerks are without a proper oath, status, standing, bond, and jurisdiction. From our de jure civilian court of record and Article 3, 1 Supreme Court claiming original jurisdiction found in our Amendment 7 Common Law Court of Record without appeal in law. Oregon man and woman are one of the people, not a person. Neither a U.S., U.S., nor United States, nor all caps United States citizen, nor a citizen of any of its subdivisions. Should the court or judge or prosecutor or attorney or police without jurisdiction over the sovereign Oregonian people seek to contest this claim of cognizance, provide your written declaration to the name and address provided. Otherwise, they will have acquiesced to this document. You have 7 days, 14 days, and 21 days to rebut or you acquiesce and default 3 times, thereby relinquishing all holds on all people on Oregon. By order of our Supreme Court, we are the provisional government on Oregon, the state, among the several states of the United States of America's Constitution and Oregon's Constitution circa 1859. We are removing the de facto incorporated governance on Oregon and replacing it with our de jure government. And this is the manner we think proper, and that is where your vote will be. Okay. Then there's a living affidavit in the form of a living testimony in the form of an affidavit of truth from Ron, and again with full faith and credit. So, Tanya, are you able to take a vote on this?
What?
Can you take a vote on this? Do you want to call everyone, or do you want me to do it again? Because I've already got the list here.
It's up to you. I've got the list. You've got the list. It might be easier for you because I might cut out again.
Yeah, so I'll go ahead and proceed, and I'll just do it in the same order. And thank you. So, Cinda. I think I can hear you. Say something. No, okay. Yeah, thumbs up, thumbs down. Do you agree with this docket? Okay. Cinda says yes. Ron,
Yes, we are the government.
Marlena,
Yes.
thank you.
Agree as charged.
Thank you. Laura,
I'm in agreement.
Wendy,
Yes, I'm in agreement.
Melissa,
I'm in agreement. I'm a civilian, not a citizen.
thank you. Lenore,
Yes, in agreement.
thank you. Farwell,
Yes, I'm in agreement.
thank you. Denise,
Military calls us.
Yes, I'm in agreement.
thank you. Dave,
Yes, I am in agreement.
Cynthia,
I'm in agreement with the charges.
thank you. Anne,
Yes, I am in agreement as stated.
thank you. Tanya,
Yes, I'm in agreement.
thank you. William,
Yes, I'm in agreement.
thank you. Ruth,
Yes, I'm in agreement.
thank you. Brandon,
Yes, I'm in agreement with removing the color of law.
thank you. Eric,
Yes, I'm in agreement with the document.
thank you. Tina,
Yes, I agree.
thank you. And my name is Charlie, and I agree. I'm closing the following quote, and that was again, that's 19 votes affirmative for this docket number. I'm closing with the following quote that one of our action committee members who's present here, Dr. Eric Dover, provided just today on behalf of one of our people who's also here. To the board members of the Fair Dismissal Appeals Board, not fair, fired, not a dismissal, and appeals have yet to be honored timely. This is a quote from the Civil Rights Act, and it was just so timely, Eric, that you provided this today. Every person who under color of statute, ordinance, regulation, custom, or usage of any state of territory subjects, or causes to be subjected any citizen of the United States or other person with the jurisdiction thereof to the deprivation of any rights, privileges, or immunities secured by the Constitution and laws, shall be liable to the party injured in an action at law, suit, in equity, or other proper proceeding of redress. And then there's a quote from a case, Thompson versus Zirkle. Acting under color of law or state law is misuse of power, possessed by virtue of state law and made possible only because the wrongdoer is clothed with the authority of state law. So when we talk about enforcement, we don't do enforcement, but the law is the law, and we are lawful. So I want to thank every one of you for being here, for registering your vote in this grand jury convening. It's really important that you're all participating. It means so much to those of us who are doing the work for the people on Oregon. Thank you, and I hope that you have a wonderful week.
Thank you, Charlie.
Thank you,
Thank you,
Charlie.
Charlie.
Thank
you,
you,
everyone.
Charlie.
Thank you so much.
Thank you, Charlie.
Thank you,
Thank
Charlie.
everyone. Thank everyone. Yes.
Thank you all.
Thank you.
Bye all.
Thank you, Charlie.
Love
Thank
you
you,
guys.
Ron. Thank you,
Thanks,
Eric. Thank you,
everybody.
Cynthia.
Bye.
Bye-bye. Yahweh bless.
Bye-bye.
Take care.
They do not want to let go of this. They do not intend on losing here. And we do not intend giving it back to them.
And then the bullets started flying. And then he jumps out of the car. And he's got both his hands up.
And he got out of the car and he had his hands in the air. He's like, just shoot me then. Just what you want, just shoot me. And they did. They shot him dead. With his hands in the air, and I saw it. I swear to God. He was just walking with his hands in the air. And they shot him. And they shot him dead, and then after he was down on the ground, they shot him 3 more times.